Hi, it's Heather here with Adapted Yoga, Adapted Wellness, and today we're going to work on a little bit more dynamic movement that adds some strength. And when I say dynamic, it means that we're coordinating a little bit more of arms and legs and the brain. So start in the working position on your chair. Relax your lower back down. Feet and knees are about hip distance apart. You're going to just start to warm up with your heels up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Excellent. Good. Now let's take the arms along with it. So heels come up, arms come up and down. Just go as high as you're able, up and down, up and down and up and down. Nice. Okay. The next movement is we're going to lift the foot just slightly off the ground. So notice my toes hardly leave the ground. So we're going to start with that. One foot at a time, up and down. You feel it in your hips a little bit, up and down, but building some strength in the legs and down, up and down. Let's do four more of these. Up and down, up and down, up and down, and up and down. Good. Let's add a little bit more arm movement. So we're going to open the arms up like we're flying, like that. And so each time we lift the leg, so let's go ahead and do it. The arm comes up, the one leg comes up and down. Let's switch sides. Up and down. Up and down and up and down. So if the shoulders are sore, by all means, make this movement a little bit lower and a little bit smaller. Up and down. Two more. Up and down. Up and down and rest. Good. Okay, on the next one, we're going to take one leg out in front, heel is down, toes are up. So feel a nice stretch along the back of the leg. In the opposite arm is just going to stretch out in front. Let's breathe in and breathe out, and then slide them both in together. Taking the other leg out, toes up, opposite arm out. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Switch. Opposite arm and leg out. Breathe in and breathe out. Last one. Switch. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Okay, so we're going to do a little combination. We're going to start with heels up and down, then one leg and down. Heels up and down, other leg up and down. Heels up and down, switch and down, heels up and switch and down. Did you remember which leg you used last? So that might be a little bit of a brain challenge. Okay, so this time we're going to take our hands. You're just going to hold onto your chair. Depending on your chair, you might be able to get your fingers all the way around the bottom. If not, you could put them kind of under your buttocks. You just want to have a way to kind of secure yourself a little bit more because we're going to lift the leg a little higher, stretch it out, and bring it in. Take the other one a little higher, stretch it out, and bring it in. So I have a nice slippery floor and I have on socks so I can slide my heel back. You might not be able to. We don't want you to rub out your heel, so you might have to bring that leg in without touching the ground. Up and in, and this is the last one. Up and in, almost like riding a bicycle. Okay, we're going to come to standing after a couple of movements. So you're going to push your feet down into the ground and relax, push, relax, push, relax. And on this one, hands are back by your hips, and we're going to lean forward and come on up to standing. Good. So come around to the side of your chair. If your balance is good, you may want to do this without holding the chair, but if you need a little help, your chair is there. So we're going to take the outside leg first, and that way you can really use the chair if you need it. We're going to do what we did sitting, the last movement, which was that lifting it up, heel comes down, slide it in. Let's stay on this side. Up, out, slide it in. You might feel that the standing hip gets a little sore, so we're taking a little pause. Let's do it again. Up and out, slide it in, and one more time. Up and out, and slide it in. Good. All right, we're going to do the other leg. So that will be the leg that's on the inside. You can still hold the chair if you need to. We're going to lift it up and out and slide it in. Lift it up and out, slide it in. So think about if you have to step over something, we need this movement so that we don't trip over something. And slide it in. Nice. Okay, now you may choose to hold your chair here as we lift the heels up and down, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up, and down. We're going to lift one knee at a time, up and down. A very slow marching movement, and down, and up, and down, and up, and down. If you're very brave and you want to have both hands off and you want to lift up your heels using your arms, let's take our palms facing backwards. We're going to lift up our heels. Arms come not past shoulder height, and let it come down. And up. But again, if you need your chair, you can do this with one hand. And down. And up. And down. Last time. Up and down. Good. So back to the legs in that march. So we're going to take a leg up, but the opposite arm is going to do a little bicep curl and down. If you could balance it and let go, do the other side. If not, just stay holding on. Up and down, and up and down. Two more. Up and down, and up and down. Good work. Okay, shake out your hands, wiggle your toes, and we're going to complete here. Just place your feet about hip distance apart. We're going to take our hands in front of our hearts. Take a gentle breath in and a slow breath out. Good. Have a wonderful day.